Greetings Russian President Vladimir Putin. Unfortunately it seems you have made the option to ignore our presence and therefore we have decided to dedicate an operation specifically for you. A present of sorts.
Hey, what's up guys? I originally had different videos planned, but events in the world put me in this direction and there was a few things I wanted to talk about. First off, what I found interesting about this new world that we live in is how globally connected we are and how consensus can build around the world. Global thoughts and agreements between populations that were never possible in times like World War II. In recent times, we've seen this play out with the global reactions towards Russia and specifically Putin's war, with the majority of the global community sanctioning and rallying against him. Today, I will mostly want to cover the cyber war being battled over Ukraine and Russia. In case you've been living under a wall, or under a rock, I should say, Russia has recently invaded Ukraine after a buildup of increasing tensions. Putin's army has faced much more Ukrainian resistance and global condemnation after their attempted land grab than they ever thought possible. It reminds me of when Hitler invaded Poland under the BS story that Poland had attacked German radio towers. Putin used the same playbook by claiming that Ukraine attacked pro-Russian separatists in Donbass, which of course was a complete fabrication. Putin's war has been hugely unpopular, not just around the globe, but inside Russia as well. Thousands have taken to the street to protest Putin's war. Not only that, but it looks like many young soldiers in Putin's army were conscripts that were deceived by propaganda. When captured, they told Ukrainians that they didn't know they were being sent on a military mission and had been told they had been sent there to perform a military exercise. In one video, a soldier that was captured from Putin's war could be heard and seen making a phone call to his parents, and his mother has no idea that he is in Ukraine and what he's doing there. It is baffling. And that's far from the only story. In fact, in this text message here, you can see that parents are sending text messages to this dead soldier's phone, wondering where he is and what the hell he's doing. And meanwhile, while all this is happening, Putin is suppressing information and the truth from coming out in Russia, even throwing protesters, including little kids, in jail. I mean, if you're throwing kids in jail, you have to wonder if you're one of the baddies.
I don't have hands. Are we the baddies?
Furthermore, there's been reports of mobile crematoriums ordered by Putin to cover up the casualties in his war. The evidence is clear. The war has been based on lies and propaganda. Putin suppresses the truth, similar to how he suppressed and tries to suppress Navalny. These events has highlighted the importance of information warfare and that citizens should be allowed free access to information and freedom of speech. From the disaster of a Russian invasion, it should be clear that Putin has overplayed his hand and has been completely unprepared for this war. Furthermore, his army has committed war crimes. They bombed airports. They've committed other war crimes as well, like firing on ambulances and innocent civilians. Ukrainian President Zelensky has called for volunteers around the world to help either physically or on the cyber front. Anonymous has responded to that call and become part of the effort. Anonymous is loosely a group of hacktivists fighting for freedom throughout the world. Truthfully, Anonymous is more of an idea than a specific group. They have been involved in the Arab Spring, Hong Kong, and Black Lives Matter protests. Now, they're fighting for Ukraine. They have attempted to contact Putin and his government to encourage peace and have been ignored. This pissed them off. They responded with a video and hacked the Russian Ministry of Defense, leaking phone calls and emails of government officials in Russia. Anonymous also hacked the Russian state TV so that Russian citizens can see what was going on in Putin's war. Even Russian gas station pumps were hacked to display support for Ukraine. It goes even further. Anonymous Liberland and Ponbar collaborated to wage cyber attacks against the Belarus weapons manufacturer. I'm not even going to pronounce that one. Over 200 gigabytes of emails have been leaked by Anonymous, and Anonymous claims that these leaks include schematics for some of the SAMs. SAMs stand for surface-to-air missiles. The website is now defunct. Twitter has also been a battleground as Russian state operatives have attempted to shut down Twitter posts coming from Ukrainians posting images and videos of the Putin war. They have done this using bots to spam report the Ukrainians posting the truth. These actions then trigger the Twitter algorithm to block those users. We're now seeing ordinary citizens using Twitter and information to track down and post flights and yachts of Russian oligarchs. Google has also taken action and banned Russian government media from its platform. We've learned that not only is Russia trying to censor its own media, but it's also trying to cut off the Ukrainians' internet access. So Elon Musk has responded by sending Starlink capsules to Ukraine, and funny enough, he sent a tweet and Vice President Mikhailo Fedorov of Ukraine said thank you. So it's interesting how these things are playing out in warfare on Twitter. The cyber criminal underworld has even gotten involved, and most have been against Russia, with the exception of a Conti cybercrime group, which has declared support for Russia. It is possible that they are state-sponsored. They are one of the world's most prolific and dangerous ransomware gangs. They are responsible for crippling Ireland's healthcare system with ransomware last year. They are attempting to attack Ukrainian soldiers with phishing attacks in the form of scam emails. Those attacks are easy to detect if you're relatively savvy, but they are something to be aware of. Now, cyber criminal forums like raid forums have responded by imposing restrictions on Russian users. A raid forum user has recently posted a data leak of the FSB, which is the Russian equivalent of the FBI. So most of them have been on the side of Ukraine. And Ukraine is even calling for recruitment of those who can help, including those groups. The physical battleground has always been important, but the cyberspace continues to be an important battleground as well. We've seen the US, Canada, and its allies outplay Putin using intelligence, and thus far has predicted every move he's made. We've heard that Putin has been increasingly paranoid and has been acting agitated and snapping at people. Now that's quite a drastic change from his usual calm, collected demeanor. Anyways, before I head off, just remember that individuals are people and we should be compassionate about Russian soldiers who don't want to fight and leave, as well as Ukrainians who want to leave and those who want to fight, and provide aid for those who want to fight. We should also be compassionate towards the foreign nationals stuck inside Ukraine, and hopefully everyone is able to get out and get where they need to go peacefully. Anyway, that's been it for today, and peace out and stay safe.